Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to the lecture. So in this lecture, I'll teach you how the shuttering quantity has to be found out. Okay. In the previous lecture, I started with the beam concreting. Then we did the slab and all, right? And the beam shuttering I had missed. So I'll explain that in this lecture. So it's very simple because already I've explained you the plinth beam part and already I've explained you the first floor level also. So I feel you should not find so much of difficulties in getting these things done. But anyhow, I'll be explaining you all how it has to be done. So let me go with Excel sheets now. So this is not required. Go with the other one. Yeah, fine. Done. Okay. So I think we should start from here. Okay. Yeah, the RB1 part. Okay. So you know how it has to be done. No. So where is my RB1? See, right now I'm doing the roof floor level layout. Okay. Fine. So it's written here RB1. So you know to find, isn't it? What you are going to do? You'll find this dimension. So it will be DIM dimension enter. You take this outer to outer. Okay. So this outer to outer is how much? How much for me? So it is 5855. So I've written 5.855. And the breadth is how much? 0.2. And the depth is 0.35. Where should I find RB1? It's already here. Okay. It's here. RB1, all the quantities is 200 by 350, 200 by 350, and I've done it. Okay. Now, can you find the shuttering quantity for me? It's very simple. Always remember, you have to find the bottom first. Once the bottom is done, you are going to find the outside shuttering. And here this becomes my inside shuttering. So I should know this particular length, which is 5455. So I already taken out the quantities here. See, so I've done 5.855 multiplied by 0.2. This is the first one. Plus, open the bracket, this into this. Plus 5.855 multiplied by 0.35, which will give me the outside shuttering because I don't have a slab in this part. Now, if I come to this part length already I've taken 5.45455 and I have a slab here. So this becomes my inside shuttering. So what I've done plus 5.455 multiplied by 0.2. Why it is 0.2? Because overall depth is 350. The slab thickness is 150. So 350 minus 200 comes out to be okay. Correct, right? Yeah, sorry. Yeah, 350.35. That is 350 mm minus 150 comes out to be 200 mm. So 200 mm comes out to be 0.2. So this is how you're supposed to do it. Got it? So one I have done. So in the same way, you're supposed to do it for all the beams in this way. Okay. I hope by this time you have a knowledge how it has to be done. Okay, fine. So once you reach here, okay, once you reach here, rest all things are very simpler. For RB2, can you tell me what will be answer? If this is RB2, it is 4750. I have written 4750. So first you will find the bottom, that is 4750 multiplied by the breadth. You'll get the bottom shuttering, that is a bottom, beam bottom you are going to get. After that 4750 multiplied by overall depth because this becomes my outside shuttering. Okay. Then again, you see here, when you come to the inside part or when you come to this part, you have a slab only in this direction. Only from this to this part you have a slab. Okay, this to this you have a slab which is 300 meter, I mean 3000 mm or 3 meter, whereas here you don't have a slab, it is an open portion. So you take this length separately. Then what you can do, you can say 1550 into outside shuttering, this becomes my overall depth. So it is RB2, again you multiply this by 0.35, and when you come to the inner you take this 3000 into overall depth, that is 350 minus the slab thickness. If you do, you'll get the total centering quantity, I mean the total shuttering quantity. If you still haven't understood, I'll do that. I'll do it somewhere here. Okay. So this should work out for me. I'll do it here. I'll do it here. Okay. Yeah. First, what you'll do? Okay. I'll do it here. Plus, open the bracket. Okay. So first, it is 4.750 multiplied by the breadth of your beam. Okay. Fine. Plus, again, open the bracket. You take 4750. You multiply this by the overall depth, which will give my outside shuttering. So overall depth is 0.35. Close the bracket, plus again open the bracket. This time you take this length, this is one, otherwise you can take the overall length and you can deduct this part, but again one you have inside shuttering, one you have outside shuttering, it will not work out. So you take individually. This is 1550, so you write 1.550 multiply by 0.35. Why? Again this becomes my outside shuttering, I don't have a slab in this portion. Close the bracket, plus again open the bracket. So this length you already know now. It is 3000 mm, which is 3 meter. So I'll write directly 3 there. And I'll this multiply by what? The overall depth is how much? 350, but you have a slab coming here. So 350 minus 150 comes out to be 0.2. So I'll say 0.2 and close the bracket. Hit the enter button. How much I'm getting? So let me verify the answer. Of course, I'm getting the right answer. Okay. Let me decrease the size of that. Yeah, you see 3.755. I got the answer in front of you and already I've done and kept it. It's coming 3.755. Getting my point? So in this way, I hope if you have understood this, rest all things you can do on your own. So I won't be there to help you out. Try to do it on your own. Just in case any mistakes or any difficulties if you face, I always told you to contact me on this number. Okay. +91. What is that? 9953779047, or even you can mail me on akshaykamat73@gmail.com. Okay. Yeah, gmail.com. Just in case if you're not able to follow or understand something, you can always get back to me on this, or even you can put in the comment box. I'll be there to help you out. So 9953779047, it is 73 gmail@gmail.com. Okay, done. Fine. So I hope you can do all these things on your own. So there won't be any problem. But here there are few beams where you find it to be a bit difficult. So in that case, I'll be doing all those things. Okay. So I have written one thing, that is RB28. So where is my RB28? So RB28 is somewhere here. Yeah. Now you tell me how we are going to find the shuttering quantity for this beam. So this entire beam is your RB28 and they have written there's a column coming here. So first what you'll do, you measure the length from this outer to this outer. How much it is? 4650. So we have written 4650. Okay. And the size of your column RB28, the size of your beam is 200 by 450. So written 0.2. And also the breadth part we have done 0.45. Done. So first you will find the bottom, isn't it? For this, first you are going to find the bottom. Done. So first how you'll find the bottom? Very simple. Whatever length you have, this length you multiply by the breadth. Okay, that means I'll do it here. 4650. I'll do it in front of you here. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So where is that? Yeah, I think this part. Yeah, this one. Okay. Plus. Open the bracket. 4.650. I'll multiply this by breadth. That is 0.2. Okay. Plus. Next, this complete thing becomes my outside shuttering. This complete thing becomes my outside shuttering, isn't it? So whatever length I have, if I multiply this by overall depth, I'll get the outside shuttering. So again, I'll open the bracket. I'll take the same length and I'll multiply this by the depth, that is 0.45. And I'll close the bracket. Good. Plus, again, I'll open the bracket. So now you see this particular beam has one cut here. You have a secondary beam passing. So you can take dimension from here to here, one dimension, and dimension from here to here, another dimension, where up to this part, isn't it? Your beam shuttering will be gone up to this part. So you just measure these parts. Okay. So one is from here to here, which is 1600. The other one is from there to here, which is 28. We'll measure it again. Yeah, from there to, yeah, 2850, I guess. Yeah, okay, that's it. So again, you have a slab in this portion, you have a slab in this portion. So that means both becomes your inside shuttering, right? You have a slab, so this becomes my inside shuttering. You have a sunken slab, and we know that in the sunken slab also we are supposed to detect the slab thickness, but only the difference is only the bottom slab thickness will be deducted. Anyhow, you have to deduct. Okay. So plus, I open the bracket. I'll directly write the measurement. What was the measurement we got? So this was 1600. I'll write 1.6 into, what is the depth? Depth is 450. And what is the thickness of your slab? 150. So 450 minus 150 is 0.3. That means 300 mm. So 0.3. Getting my point? Plus, again, open the bracket. And then what is this length? This length is 2850. So I'll write 2.85. And this again, same thing. Again, this becomes my inside shuttering. So again, it is 450 minus 150. 450 is this depth. Slab thickness is 150. So 450 minus 150 comes out to be 300, which is 0.3. I'll close the bracket. I'll hit the enter button. So what is the answer I'm getting? 4.358. And I'm getting 4.358 here. Got it? So here there is a small thing which you need to understand, which I'm going to explain you now. Yeah. The small question that you need to ask is, sir, you took the overall length. This answer I matched, okay? Say 4.538 I got here. And here also it is 4.358. So answer is matching. You may have one doubt. Sir, when you took the overall length, see, we have a column coming here, sir. So when we have a column coming here, why didn't you deduct the length of this column? Very simple question, right? Because previously, whenever we were taking the beam bottom and all, for example, take this particular area. How we used to do? We used to take the outer of this column to the outer of this column. This was one length. And then from this outer to this outer. So this is how we were supposed to take it, isn't it? But here, sir, you took completely RB28. We don't have issue with that. But you can see, sir, here there is a beam. I'm sorry, there is a column coming. So whatever is the width of the column, that should be deducted, because we are not going to put the bottom. You have a column. Here the bottom won't come, right? Yeah, whatever you're thinking is correct. But the main thing which you need to understand is this RB28, whatever you can see. I mean, this particular column, what you can see, no, it is your floating column. So what do you mean by floating column? So this column is not coming from the bottom. If this column was coming from the bottom, then my this thing beam bottom would have stopped here, and it would have started from here. Then whatever was the width of this, I should have deducted. This width I should have deducted. Exactly, you are correct. But since it's a floating column means this is my beam. Over the beam, your column is coming. So if over the beam my column is coming, do I need to deduct anything from here? No. This complete length I'm supposed to take care of. Right? You're getting my point. This column, when it's come, it's only the reinforcement we are going to insert into this beam. I told you about the floating column. Only the reinforcement is going to get inserted. Okay. So the bottom will be always, this bottom will be a beam bottom only. You don't require a bottom for your column. Only the column, once your beam is casted, we put additional shuttering to the column, and we are going to cast the column on a later date. Getting my point? Okay. So that is why I'm taking the complete length of my beam bottom. So there is no point in deducting this particular column length. But whereas in this case, you need to deduct. Why? This is not your floating column. This is the column which is coming from the foundation level. So in that case, you cannot take the complete length as your bottom. If even though you take a complete length, even though if I take, see, from here to here, if I take, let us consider if this is my beam bottom, 4,800 minus this I need to do. Okay. This width I need to deduct. Only then I'm going to get my beam bottom, because this column is coming from the foundation level. So in that case, my bottom will be till this level. The next bottom will start from here. This I'm going to reduce, deduct. Getting my point? Same is the case in this portion also. Same is the case here. So this, take this as another case. Come to the, okay, this answer you understood. Now come to RB39. RB39. So I've written RB39. See, RB39. Now, your RB39, you tell me how you are going to calculate the beam bottom. Is it that you're going to take a complete length from the outer of this column to the outer of this column? You can take. But is this the actual length where your bottom will be coming up? No. Why? You need to deduct this particular column now. Why? You need to deduct this time. Why didn't you do in the previous one? The reason is this is not my floating column. This column is coming from my foundation level. So in that case, I need to deduct. So it's not written anything floating column. So it's a floating column. But whereas here, this is floating column. Again, if this is my floating column, I don't have to deduct this. So I can take this complete length from here to here if I want to put a beam bottom. You're getting my point? But anyhow, it doesn't come, because RB38 will stop only from here, and this portion is coming in this portion. Okay, getting my point? So for RB38, you tell me RB39 how we are going to do. 6,900 minus 0.2. How much it is? 6,900. So this is 6,900. 6,900 minus 200 is 6,700. So that is why you can see I've written by default 6,700 here. But anyhow, I have done a split to that. I mean, I've taken this separately. This distance I've taken separately, which is 5,000. How much? 5,800. And I've taken this separately. This separately. It is 900. 5,800. 5,800 plus 900 comes out to be how much? 6,000. Agree with me? How much it comes out to be? It comes out to be 6,700. No? Yeah. 6,700. So you can see I written 6,700. Getting my point? So this you need to be a bit careful. Other than that, everything is very simple. After that, what you're supposed to do. So if you got your beam bottom you got 6.7. So 6.7 into width, you'll get the beam bottom. Okay. Then for shuttering, now again for this beam, I have a slab in this portion. I have a slab in this portion. Similarly, for this small portion, I have a slab here. I have a slab here. That means for this particular beam, both the side, it becomes my inside shuttering. So quickly, let me do that. Okay. I'll quickly do it somewhere here. So, okay. So tell me, open the bracket. Exactly 6.7. You multiply this by the breadth. So breadth is 0.2. Done. Close the bracket. Again, plus open the bracket. Okay. So this time you take the complete length. What is the complete length? It is 6.7. Agree with me, no? This complete length where my shuttering will happen is 6.7 only. Okay. So 6.7 multiply by what you are going to do. What is the overall depth? Overall depth is 400. Out of that, everywhere it is a slab of 150. So 400 minus 150 is 250. So 0.25. So I'll multiply this by 2 times. Why? One is on this side shuttering I should get. Another this side shuttering I should get. Anyhow, the length I have taken completely, no? So it will take care of both the side. Okay. I'll multiply it by 2. I'll close the bracket. I'll match the answer. I'm getting 4.69 here. Let me match it with this. Exactly. See, 4.690 and this is 4.69. We can make it as 0 also. Take 6 point. Okay. Got it. No, see, 4.690 and this is matching here. No, this is matching here to this. Matching, no, 4.690. Got it. That's the only catch in this particular floor. Rest all things, you are in such a position now where you can take out the quantities. Anyhow, I'll show you what should be the final quantity. The final quantity, once you do all these things, should come out to be 110.527 square meter. Okay. So when you take out the slab, I mean, the beam bottom and the beam outside, inside shuttering, everything put together for your roof floor, it should come out to be 110.527 square meter. Got it? Great. So up to here, you try to do it. Anyhow, the slab part, I have covered it in the previous lecture. So the beam part was pending. I've explained you here. Rest things, this should be in square meter. And see, why I have done the covering, why I have done such thing is that, what is the reason? The reason is for you people to understand. So that is why I've done. So whenever you try to do estimation, wherever you find that you're going to do some wrong calculations, try to highlight. For example, my RB22, my RB20, it is a floating column. So I know that since it's a floating column, I may deduct that width of the column, which you are not supposed to do. In that case, just highlight it. You put it in a different color so that at the time of estimation, you'll not go wrong here. So that is why I've given a different color to that, so that we'll never go wrong anywhere. Okay, that's it. And other than that, most of the things I've explained you. So that's how it is. Okay. Yeah. So try to practice up to here. Try to prepare the Excel sheets, and we'll meet you in the next lecture with the roof floor level. That is top of roof level. So thank you. We'll see you back in the next lecture.